Imagine waking up every single day with absolute control, not over others, but over yourself. The power to silence distractions, to overcome doubts, and to command your mind like a seasoned general leading his army. This is not just discipline, this is mastery. The kind of mastery that carves out empires, shapes destinies, and transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. Are you ready to take command? Because once you do, your day and your life will never be the same. In just a few moments, I'll show you how to develop unbreakable discipline, a power so strong it allows you to master your mind and command your day with absolute authority. The power of discipline in shaping your future. Discipline is the master key that unlocks the door to achievement. It is the invisible hand that molds raw potential into tangible results. Without discipline, ambition is nothing more than a fleeting thought, a spark without a flame. You must understand that every great empire, every towering legacy was built brick by brick with the mortar of self-control. Discipline is not simply about sacrifice. It is about deliberate action, the kind that propels you forward even when comfort whispers for you to stop. Think of discipline as the compass that guides you through the fog of distraction. In a world that hits you with noise and temptation, your ability to remain steadfast becomes your greatest asset. When you master discipline, you master your destiny. It allows you to break free from the shackles of procrastination, to rise above fleeting desires, and to forge a path that is entirely your own. Understand this. Discipline is the difference between wishing for success and achieving it. It is the steel thread that runs through the fabric of every great accomplishment. And if you wish to own your day, you must first own your mind. Imagine a sculptor standing before a block of marble. His vision is clear. He sees the masterpiece hidden within. But to bring that masterpiece to life, he must chip away, stroke by stroke, day by day. This is the essence of discipline. Consistent, focused effort that transforms vision into reality. Without it, the marble remains unshaped, the masterpiece unrealized. But with it, the sculptor wields power over stone, just as you wield power over your own fate. Every decision you make is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. When you practice discipline, you paint with purpose. You don't allow distractions to muddy your vision. You don't permit procrastination to blur your lines. Instead, you press forward with intention, knowing that every sacrifice is an investment in your future. The moments you resist temptation are the moments you carve out your legacy. Discipline is not a cage that restricts you. It is the key that sets you free. Free from the tyranny of impulsiveness, from the trap of short-term gratification, and from the chains of regret. It grants you the power to choose your destiny, to build your future on a foundation of purpose and persistence. And when the storms of life arise, as they inevitably do, it is discipline that anchors you, that keeps you steady when all else sways. So understand this. Discipline is not your enemy. It is your ally. Embrace it, cultivate it, and it will shape not just your days, but your entire life. For it is the quiet force behind every success story, the unyielding hand that turns dreams into achievements. With discipline, there are no limits, only horizons waiting to be reached. Mind mastery, the foundation of discipline. Your mind is the fortress where all battles are won or lost. If you cannot master your thoughts, you cannot master your actions. Discipline begins with the ability to control what you think about, to direct your focus only on what serves your greater purpose. It is the power to reject the whispers of doubt, to silence the noise of mediocrity, and to amplify the voice of conviction within you. Most people drift through life enslaved by their impulses, reacting to circumstances instead of creating them. But not you. You are here because you recognize that true power lies in mastering your mind. When you decide what thoughts you entertain, you decide what actions you take. And when you master those actions, you control your destiny. Every great leader, every innovator, every trailblazer understood this simple truth. He who controls his mind controls his life. Imagine your mind as a grand castle, fortified against the storms of distraction and doubt. The walls are built with the bricks of your beliefs, and the gates are guarded by your discipline. What you allow through those gates determines the course of your life. If you permit fear and negativity to enter, they will take root and spread. But if you stand guard and allow only thoughts of purpose, strength, and resolve, you will become unshakable. The great warriors of history did not conquer through mere strength. They conquered through mental mastery. They understood that before a single step is taken on the battlefield, the mind must be fortified. They trained their thoughts as rigorously as they trained their bodies, because they knew that even the sharpest sword is useless in the hands of a wavering mind. When you master your mind, you master your time. You no longer waste precious moments on trivial distractions. Your focus becomes razor sharp, your actions deliberate and powerful. You do not react, you create. You do not drift, you direct. Think of your mind as both a sanctuary and a battleground. In its depths, ideas are born, dreams are nurtured, and visions are forged. But it is also where fear is seated, doubt festers, and insecurity takes root. If you do not guard your thoughts with the vigilance of a warrior, you risk losing ground to forces that seek to shackle your potential. Discipline is your shield, focus is your sword. This mastery over the mind is not achieved overnight. It is built through daily practice, through deliberate choices to resist distractions, to reject negativity, and to pursue your goals with unwavering focus. It is the decision to rise early when comfort urges you to sleep longer, to work diligently when distractions beckon, and to push forward when others are content to rest. These moments of mental fortitude compound, shaping you into someone who does not merely react to life, but commands it. To understand this, the battle is not fought outside of you. It is fought within the walls of your mind. Master it, and you will master your destiny. Fortify your thoughts, strengthen your focus, and let nothing breach the gates of your purpose. For your mind is your fortress, and from it you shall build your legacy. The art of resilience, rising above adversity. Discipline is not merely about consistency. It is about resilience. The ability to get up after every fall, to press forward when the world says stop. Adversity is the true test of discipline. It is easy to be disciplined when the skies are clear and the path is smooth. But when the storms of life come crashing down, that is when true discipline is revealed. To master discipline, you must embrace hardship as a necessary ingredient for growth. Every setback is a lesson, every failure a stepping stone. It is in those moments of struggle that you have the opportunity to forge your character, to rise above mere existence and embrace true power. Resilience is the armor of discipline, and with it you become unstoppable. Consider the blacksmith hammering away at raw iron. The iron is heated, bent, and struck repeatedly, yet it does not break. Instead, it grows stronger, more resilient with every blow. Discipline works in the same way. Each challenge, each moment of resistance tempers your willpower. What may seem like suffering is, in reality, the fire that hardens your spirit. When life tests your resolve, understand that it is not punishment, it is preparation. The storms that seem intent on breaking you are merely shaping you, refining your character to withstand greater challenges. With each struggle, your capacity to endure expands. This is the essence of resilience, the unyielding strength to persist, to rise, and to thrive in the face of adversity. Discipline does not demand perfection, it demands persistence. It is the ability to show up day after day, regardless of the obstacles before you. When setbacks arise, discipline drives you to adjust your course, not abandon it. It is the force that keeps you moving forward when the path grows steep and the weight becomes heavy. Understand this: adversity is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. Through it, you discover the depth of your own strength. When you learn to see struggle as an opportunity rather than a burden, you unlock the true power of discipline. You stop merely enduring life and begin mastering it. So, let the storms come. Let the winds of hardship howl and the waves of struggle crash upon you. For it is in those moments of trial that discipline is born and resilience is forged. When you embrace the struggle, you become unbreakable. And when you become unbreakable, you become unstoppable. Goal setting is discipline. Inaction without clear goals, discipline is directionless. It is like setting sail without a destination. To truly master discipline, you must first define your purpose. What is it that you want to achieve? What legacy do you wish to leave behind? These questions are the seeds of discipline. When you have a clear vision of your goals, discipline becomes the bridge that connects your dreams to your reality. Goal setting is the act of creating a map for your discipline to follow. It allows you to measure your progress, to adjust your course, and to stay committed even when the path gets difficult. A disciplined mind knows that every small action taken toward a goal is a step closer to mastery. When you set your goals, you declare to the universe that you are ready to claim your destiny. Think of goal setting as the architect's blueprint. Before a single brick is laid, the vision is clear, the measurements precise, and the structure fully imagined. Discipline is the construction crew that brings that blueprint to life. Every action, every decision is a brick placed with purpose. Without the blueprint, the crew would work in chaos, never knowing if they were building something meaningful or merely moving stones. But with clear goals, every step is part of a grand design. There is power in knowing what you want and where you are going. It eliminates distractions, silences doubts, and strengthens results. When obstacles arise, and they inevitably will, your goals serve as a compass, keeping you aligned with your purpose. Discipline, then, is the relentless pursuit of that purpose, the commitment to move forward even when progress is slow and challenges appear insurmountable. The difference between mere existence and meaningful achievement is the clarity of one's goals and the discipline to pursue them. Those who drift aimlessly are like ships without sails, at the mercy of the winds of circumstance. But those who set goals and cultivate discipline steer their own course, undeterred by the storms of life. They do not hope for success, they command it through deliberate action. Understand this: when you set your goals, you activate a powerful force within you. Your mind begins to seek out solutions, to identify opportunities, and to align your actions with your intent. Discipline then becomes not a burden, but a vehicle of empowerment, driving you toward your destiny with purpose and precision. So, take the time to set your goals with clarity and conviction. Write them down, envision them daily, and build your actions around them. Discipline is the engine, but goals are the map. With both, you are unstoppable. You are the captain of your fate, the architect of your future, and the master of habit formation. The bedrock of discipline is not a single act. It is a habit. And habits are the bricks with which the fortress of your mind is built. The actions you take repeatedly, whether conscious or unconscious, become the foundation of your life. To master discipline, you must first master your habits. Choose them wisely, for they are the invisible architects of your destiny. It requires conscious effort to choose the actions that serve your greater purpose. Waking up early, dedicating time to learning, prioritizing health, and managing time effectively. These are not mere tasks. They are the building blocks of mastery. Each day, as you repeat these habits, you reinforce the structure of your life. Understand this: habits do not form overnight. They are crafted through repetition and perseverance. When you first begin, it may feel unnatural, even difficult, but with each repetition, it becomes easier, smoother, more automatic. This is the essence of discipline, the commitment to repeat the right actions until they are as natural as breathing. The great achievers of history understood the power of disciplined habits. They were not swayed by fleeting desires or distractions, because their habits held them firm to their purpose. When you commit to forming positive habits, you automate discipline. It becomes second nature, a reflex that guides your decisions without hesitation. Greatness is not achieved by grand gestures, but by the quiet consistency of disciplined habits practiced every single day. Understand this: your habits are your life. Master them, and you master your world. Think of habits as the roots of a towering tree. They anchor you, nourish you, and determine how high you can grow. If the roots are weak, the tree cannot stand against the storms. But if they are strong, no wind, no storm, no adversity can uproot it. In the same way, disciplined habits ground you, providing the stability and strength you need to weather the challenges of life. The challenge, however, lies in cultivating the right habit. They are steady, resolute, and unwavering in their purpose. Mastering time is the key to mastering life. When you learn to wield your hours with precision and purpose, you unlock the doors to success. The world will pull at your attention, but you must stand firm. Your time is your own. Guard it, honor it, and transform it into the legacy you wish to leave behind. Focus. The laser of disciplined focus is the laser that sharpens your discipline. It is the ability to block out noise, to silence the chaos, and to direct all your energy towards a single purpose. Where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, results grow. Those who master the art of focus become unstoppable forces in their pursuit of greatness. Distractions are the enemy of progress. They are the thieves that steal your dreams bit by bit. They did not rely on motivation alone. They relied on the structure of their daily routines. And through that structure, they transformed ambition into achievement. Consider the blacksmith hammering steel. Each strike is deliberate, each blow a step toward shaping the metal into its final form. It is not the strength of a single strike that matters, but the consistency of thousands. In the same way, your habits shape you, one action at a time. So, master your habits and you will master your destiny. Choose them wisely, for they will either fortify your fortress or weaken its walls. Discipline is the hand that lays each brick, and habit is the mortar that binds them together. Together, they form the unyielding structure of your mind, capable of withstanding any storm. Begin today. Build the habits that will serve your purpose, that will bring you closer to your goals. For when your habits are disciplined, your life is unstoppable. And with that power, you can shape your destiny as surely as the blacksmith shapes steel. The power of routine. Command your day. Discipline thrives on routine. The most successful people in history did not stumble upon greatness. They designed it. They sculpted their days with intention, carving out time for what mattered most. Routine is the anchor that keeps your ambitions grounded and your mind sharp. A well-structured day eliminates indecision, allowing you to focus entirely on execution. When you wake up with purpose and a plan, you are already ahead. Most people drift into their day without a map, swayed by distractions and whims. But not you. You rise with determination because you know that the first hour of your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. Harness the power of routine, and you will harness the power to command your destiny. Imagine your routine as the rails upon which the train of your life runs. If the tracks are laid with precision, the journey is smooth, the progress steady. But if the tracks are haphazard, the journey becomes chaotic and unpredictable. Successful people understand this. They build their routines with purpose, aligning their daily habits with their long-term goals. Consider the morning routines of great leaders and thinkers. Benjamin Franklin began each day with a question: what good shall I do this day? His morning was structured with reading, planning, and reflection. It was not by chance that he became a man of immense influence. It was by design. His routine fortified his discipline, making each day a deliberate step toward greatness. Routine is not restrictive, it is liberating. When you know what you must do, you eliminate the friction of choice. There is no wasted time debating whether to work out, read, or pursue your goals. It is already decided. This is where true discipline thrives, not in moments of motivation, but in the quiet consistency of a well-structured day. Think of routine as your blueprint. It allows you to build your life brick by brick, day by day, with purpose and clarity. Each morning you lay the foundation. Each evening, you fortify it with reflection and adjustment. The path to mastery is not paved in grand gestures, but in small, deliberate actions repeated consistently. Understand this: routine is your greatest ally in the battle for discipline. It removes the uncertainty that leads to procrastination and creates momentum that drives you forward. The more structured your day, the more control you have over your destiny. So build your routine with purpose. Rise with intention, shape your days as a sculptor shapes stone, with patience, precision, and unwavering focus. For it is through routine that discipline is forged, and through discipline that greatness is achieved. Self-control, the guardian of discipline. Self-control is the guardian of discipline. It is the unyielding force that keeps you on the path when temptation beckons. Without self-control, even the grandest visions crumble under the weight of impulse. Mastering self-control is like mastering the reins of a powerful horse. Once you direct its energy, there is no limit to how far it can take you. Every decision you make either strengthens your self-control or weakens it. Understand this. The small choices matter. When you choose discipline over indulgence, you are casting a vote for your future self. Embrace self-control, for it is the foundation upon which empires are built and legacies are forged. Think of self-control as the gatekeeper of your mind. Every temptation that arises is met by this gatekeeper, and the decision to open or close that gate determines your path forward. If you allow every whim, every fleeting desire to pass through, chaos ensues. But if you hold firm, if you refuse to be swayed by momentary distractions, you maintain control over your destiny. History is filled with examples of those who mastered self-control and through it achieved greatness. Consider Alexander the Great, who, at the height of his power, was known for his restraint and focus. His ability to resist distractions and maintain discipline on the battlefield allowed him to conquer empires. His victories were not just physical, they were mental. He knew that to command an army, one must first command oneself. Self-control is not built overnight. It is the result of repeated decisions. Each time you resist temptation, you fortify your willpower. Each time you choose discipline over indulgence, you strengthen your resolve. This is the essence of mastery. Not grand gestures, but quiet, consistent choices that shape your character and build your destiny. Understand that every decision you make is a crossroads. To the left is indulgence, to the right is discipline. With each step, you decide which path you will walk. Over time, these small decisions compound, leading you either toward greatness or away from it. Mastery of self-betrayal is mastery of life. So, embrace self-betrayal as your greatest ally. Let it guard your thoughts, your actions, and your habits. With it, you can withstand any storm, overcome any obstacle, and achieve any goal. For when you control yourself, you control your world. Time management. Discipline in motion. Time is the most valuable resource you possess. Mastering discipline requires mastering time. When you allocate your hours with purpose, you transform mere moments into stepping stones towards your destiny. Time management is the framework upon which discipline is executed. Those who command their time command their lives. To master time is to master opportunity. When you are disciplined with your schedule, distractions fade and productivity flourishes. Understand that every second you waste is a second you surrender. Reclaim your time with intention and watch as your life transforms. The power of time management is not just in planning, it is in execution. Many make plans, few execute them with precision. The disciplined individual does not merely set a schedule, they honor it. They wake up each morning not as a victim of circumstance, but as a commander of their own fate. They understand that the hours they possess are limited and that every moment unclaimed is a moment lost to chaos and indecision. Time waits for no one, yet it is equally distributed to all. What you do with it defines the life you lead. Discipline over time means setting priorities and sticking to them. It means understanding that not every task deserves your attention, and not every person deserves your energy. The truly disciplined mind filters out the noise, cutting away distractions like a sculptor, chiseling away the unnecessary to reveal the masterpiece within. There is a profound strength in living each hour with intent. The disciplined know that time, once gone, is irretrievable. They guard their minutes with the same vigilance that a banker guards his vault. They understand that time is the currency of progress, and each moment invested wisely compounds into the wealth of achievement. To reclaim your time is to reclaim your life. Begin by mapping your day before it begins. Set clear objectives, prioritize what matters, and discard what doesn't. Learn to say no to distractions. The disciplined individual is not swayed by every whim or demand. They are steady, resolute, and unwavering in their purpose. Mastering time is the key to mastering life. When you learn to wield your hours with precision and purpose, you unlock the doors to success. The world will pull at your attention, but you must stand firm. Your time is your own. Guard it, honor it, and transform it into the legacy you wish to leave behind. Focus. The laser of disciplined focus is the laser that sharpens your discipline. It is the ability to block out noise, to silence the chaos, and to direct all your energy towards a single purpose. Where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, results grow. Those who master the art of focus become unstoppable forces in their pursuit of greatness. Distractions are the enemy of progress. They are the thieves that steal your dreams bit by bit. When you cultivate focus, you guard your mind from the distractions that derail most people. You become a beacon of purpose in a world consumed by chaos. Master your focus, and you will master your destiny. To understand focus is to understand power. Imagine a magnifying glass under the sun. The light is always present, yet it is only when concentrated through the lens that it becomes powerful enough to ignite a flame. Your mind works the same way. Scattered thoughts are like rays of light, dispersed, ineffective, and weak. But when your thoughts are focused, they can cut through obstacles, burn through challenges, and illuminate the path to your goals. Focus is not merely about attention. It is about intention. It is about directing your energy with purpose, eliminating distractions, and committing wholeheartedly to the task at hand. Most people are scattered, jumping from one task to another, leaving projects unfinished and goals unaccomplished. The disciplined mind does not waver. It locks onto its objective with unyielding determination. To master focus, you must first identify what truly matters. The disciplined individual prioritizes, understanding that not everything deserves attention. They learn to say no, not out of arrogance, but out of necessity. To say yes to your purpose, you must say no to distractions. Guard your focus as you would guard your dreams, for the two are intertwined. Every moment you allow distractions to slip through is a moment stolen from your destiny. Train your mind to resist the allure of instant gratification and fleeting pleasures. Focus requires sacrifice. It demands that you turn away from the easy road of indulgence and embrace the harder path of concentration. The path to mastery is paved with focused intention. When you harness the power of focus, you step out of the crowd and into the realm of greatness. Let your mind become a laser, sharp, precise, and unyielding. This is the way of the disciplined, the path of those who achieve what others only dream of. Decision-making, the power of commitment. Discipline thrives on decisive action. Indecision is the enemy of progress. To be disciplined is to make decisions with conviction and to follow through with purpose. The greatest achievers in history did not hesitate. They decided, they committed, and they executed. Their discipline in decision-making set them apart from the masses. Every decision you make is a step towards or away from your destiny. Understand that procrastination is simply the refusal to decide. Master the art of decision-making, and you will find that discipline becomes effortless. You will act with clarity, move with purpose, and command the outcomes of your life. Decisive action is the hallmark of great leadership. The disciplined mind does not waver when faced with choices. It assesses the situation, evaluates the options, and makes a choice with confidence. This unwavering commitment to decision is what separates those who achieve from those who merely dream. To hesitate is to allow doubt to creep in, to invite confusion and paralysis. The key to mastering decisive action is clarity of purpose. When you know what you want, decisions become clear. The disciplined individual eliminates distractions, filters out the noise, and focuses solely on what drives them forward. They understand that the greatest enemy of progress is hesitation. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. It disguises itself as caution, as prudence, but in truth, it is the refusal to act. Every moment spent in indecision is a moment surrendered to mediocrity. To be disciplined is to decide swiftly and with purpose, knowing that action, even imperfect action, is always better than stagnation. When you master decisive action, you take command of your destiny. You no longer drift through life, waiting for circumstances to dictate your path. You become the architect of your future, building it decision by decision, brick by brick. Discipline in decision-making grants you the power to shape your life according to your vision rather than being shaped by the whims of fate. Remember, the road to success is paved with decisions made in confidence and executed with discipline. Make them swiftly, follow through with conviction, and watch as your life transforms under the power of your own command. Consistency, the silent builder of greatness. Consistency is the silent builder of greatness. It is the daily practice of showing up even when the excitement fades and the challenges rise. Discipline is not a burst of energy, it is a marathon. Those who endure, who press forward day after day, are the ones who reap the rewards of their labor. Most people quit before they see results. They abandon their goals at the first sign of struggle. But not you. You understand that success is a slow burn, a steady climb. With discipline and consistency, you forge your path one step at a time. Embrace consistency, and you embrace greatness. Consistency is the mark of mastery. It is the foundation upon which greatness is built. A sculptor does not create a masterpiece with a single strike of the chisel, but through countless deliberate motions. So too, success is not achieved in a single burst of effort, but through steady, unyielding progress. Each day you show up, each day you work towards your goals, you are sculpting your destiny with precision and patience. The secret to consistency lies in understanding its power. Small efforts, repeated day after day, compound into monumental results. Most people seek shortcuts and instant gratification, abandoning their pursuits when results are not immediate. But greatness does not come to those who sprint for a moment. It belongs to those who endure the marathon. True discipline is the ability to continue long after the initial enthusiasm fades. To master consistency, you must eliminate the option of quitting. Resolve in your mind that the path you are on is non-negotiable. The disciplined do not entertain thoughts of surrender. They press forward with purpose. When obstacles arise, they adjust their course, but they never abandon their mission. Each step may seem small, insignificant even, but over time, those steps lead to extraordinary places. Embrace the power of routine. Build habits that align with your goals and execute them without fail. Consistency is not about intensity, it is about regularity. A tree does not grow to its towering height overnight. It stretches toward the sky, inch by inch, season by season, until it becomes unmovable. So too must you grow, steadily, relentlessly, consistently. When you master consistency, you master discipline. You become unshakable, unwavering in your pursuit of greatness. Day by day, step by step, you build the life you envision. There are no shortcuts. There is only the steady path forward, paved by your commitment and driven by your unyielding discipline. Sacrifice from paying the price for success. It is the understanding that what you want most is worth more than what you want now. Those who master sacrifice understand that discipline is not about loss, it is about gain. The world offers countless distractions, but the disciplined mind knows how to say no when the world tempts you with mediocrity. Sacrifice is the currency with which success is purchased. When you learn to pay the price, you gain access to rewards most people only dream of. Discipline is the bridge, sacrifice is the toll. Cross it, and the world is yours. Sacrifice is not a word to be feared, it is a gateway to achievement. History is marked by those who sacrificed comfort for greatness, leisure for legacy. The disciplined know that every step forward often means leaving something behind, whether it be time, comfort, or temporary pleasure. True discipline is the art of choosing what you want most over what you want now. When you understand sacrifice, you understand power. Each decision to forego a momentary pleasure is a decision to invest in your own future. Success is not granted, it is earned, paid for, with sacrifice and persistence. The disciplined mind sees beyond the immediate to the horizon of possibility. They understand that every no spoken to distraction is a yes to their vision. The path to greatness is not paved with ease, but with choices. Choices to sacrifice comfort, to embrace discipline, and to pursue goals with unyielding determination. Every great achiever, every towering figure of success has walked the path of sacrifice. They paid the price, and they reaped the reward. To master sacrifice is to master your destiny. The disciplined individual understands that the price of mediocrity is far greater than the price of discipline. While others falter at the sight of struggle, the disciplined press on, knowing that each step brings them closer to their ultimate goal. Embrace sacrifice not as a burden, but as a privilege. It is the toll paid to cross the bridge to success. When you commit to sacrifice, you separate yourself from the masses. You walk a path few are willing to tread, and because of that, you achieve what few will ever touch. Discipline is the bridge. Sacrifice is the toll. Cross it, and greatness is yours. Discipline and self-belief, the unbreakable bond. Discipline is the armor that shields your self-belief from the arrows of doubt. It is not enough to simply believe in your abilities. You must act upon that belief with relentless discipline. Self-belief is the foundation, but discipline is the builder. Without the consistent action that discipline provides, belief remains stagnant, a mere flicker of hope that never catches fire. When you discipline yourself to pursue your goals, despite fear, despite uncertainty, you fortify your belief. It grows stronger with each act of courage, with every step forward when the path is unclear. Understand this: belief without discipline is a dream, but belief with discipline is a destiny. When you merge the two, you become unstoppable. Discipline is not forged in comfort. It is born in the crucible of struggle, in moments when giving up seems easier than pressing on. That is the essence of true strength, the ability to move forward when every part of you wants to retreat. Discipline silences the voice of doubt, extinguishes the whispers of fear, and replaces hesitation with certainty. You see, anyone can believe in a dream when the skies are clear and the path is well lit. But discipline is what drives you forward when the storm is raging, when the path is obscured by obstacles and doubt. It is the difference between those who try and those who triumph. Think of the great builders of history, not just those who built structures of stone and iron, but those who built empires of thought and influence. Their belief was strong, yes, but it was their discipline that set them apart. They did not wait for inspiration. They created it through action. Day by day, step by step, they moved forward. Not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. Discipline transforms belief into action. It is the bridge between your dreams and your achievements. It is the hand that turns the wheel when motivation falters, the force that pushes you up the hill when the climb is steep. Understand this: belief is powerful, but without discipline, it is powerless. You must wear your discipline like armor, for the path to greatness is fraught with distractions, doubts, and delays. It is your shield against the forces that would see you falter. It is your sword against the fears that seek to keep you small. And when you master this armor, when you make discipline not just an act, but a way of life, you become unstoppable. Act on your belief with discipline. Take the steps, even when you are uncertain. Move forward, even when the way is unclear. For every step you take with discipline, you bring your belief closer to reality. Remember this: discipline is the armor that makes self-belief invincible. Wear it well, and you will forge the path to your destiny. Discipline in relationships building. Unbreakable bond. Discipline extends beyond personal achievement. It is the backbone of strong relationships. Whether in business, friendship, or family, discipline in communication, trust, and respect builds bonds that weather any storm. A disciplined approach to understanding others, to listening more than speaking, and to resolving conflicts with integrity is the hallmark of true leadership. When you apply discipline to your relationships, you eliminate misunderstandings, reduce conflicts, and foster trust. It requires patience and commitment, but the rewards are lasting. Great empires were not built alone. They were built with trust and unity, forged through disciplined interactions. Master discipline in your relationships, and you master the art of influence. Consider this: any structure, no matter how grand, crumbles if its foundation is weak. The same is true for relationships. Discipline fortifies that foundation. It means showing up when you say you will, honoring your word even when it is inconvenient, and listening deeply even when you feel like speaking. These small acts of discipline become the threads that weave the fabric of trust. In business, disciplined communication creates clarity and minimizes conflict. It ensures that expectations are clear, responsibilities are understood, and misunderstandings are swiftly corrected. Leaders who practice disciplined communication inspire confidence in their teams, knowing that their word is their bond. In friendships, discipline means being present, not just physically, but emotionally. It means listening without judgment, supporting without condition, and standing firm even when the tides of life become rough. The greatest friendships are not those that are never tested, but those that endure through challenge and change. In families, discipline is the glue that holds generations together. It is the commitment to nurture, to guide, and to protect. It is showing love not just in words, but in consistent actions. A disciplined family builds traditions, values, and legacies that extend far beyond the present moment. But understand this, discipline in relationships is not about control, it is about respect. It is respecting others' time, their thoughts, and their emotions. It is giving the same attention and patience that you would expect in return. Through this mutual respect, relationships thrive and deepen. When you master discipline in your relationships, you become a pillar of trust and a beacon of reliability. People are drawn to those who are consistent, who mean what they say and do what they promise. This is the essence of influence, not through force, but through trust earned by discipline. Embrace discipline in your relationships. Communicate with clarity, listen with intent, and act with integrity. For when you do not just build connections, you build empires of trust and influence. Discipline in health, mind, and body. In alignment, your body is the vessel for your dreams. Without health, discipline cannot flourish. The mind and body are interconnected. Discipline in one enhances the other. When you master the discipline of healthy habits, exercise, nutrition, and rest, you forge a body that is capable of supporting the weight of your ambitions.